Hey guys, Dr. Jim Stepani here, and in this video I'm going to cover the specific ingredients that make Shred JYM the #1 selling fat burner on the market. Why is it so effective? Well, it comes down to the specific ingredients and the doses that they're at. And if you turn your bottle around and look at the supplement facts panel and compare pre-JYM to any other fat burner, why it's so effective becomes really clear if you know a thing or two about supplements. We'll start with acetyl L-Carnitine, 1.5 grams or 1,500 milligrams. Acetyl L-Carnitine is important for helping to carry fat into the mitochondria of cells where it gets burned, or what we call oxidized, basically burned away for good. It's far more complex than carnitine is, carrying fat in there, but having ample carnitine helps your body to be able to carry more fat, which can be a limiting factor when you are following a proper diet and you need to burn more fat for energy. That can be a limiting factor. As research has shown, taking carnitine can actually help to allow more of the fat to get where it needs to, that mitochondria, which is where it converts it into energy by burning it up. 500 milligrams of L-tyrosine. L-tyrosine is not really a critical supplement in the pre-JYM formula. It's really more a it's an amino acid that can help with brain alertness, if you will. Research has shown that with athletes and military, that supplementing with L-tyrosine helps them maintain better mental function and clarity during intense training, and also better energy. Next on the list, we have green tea extract, 500 milligrams. Now with the green tea extract, if you look, you'll see that it says 45% EGCG, 500 milligrams. So first of all, I try to find a fat burner that puts a full 500 milligram dose of green tea extract in there, let alone try to find one that actually tells you how much green tea is in there. But 500 milligrams, and it's 45% EGCG. EGCG is the main catechin in green tea that provides the fat burning effect. What is the fat burning effect? Well, what green tea basically does at EGCG helps to keep your metabolic rate turned on, if you will. Higher metabolic rate, you're burning more calories while you're sitting around doing nothing. Caffeine, 200 milligrams. Well, caffeine obviously gives you that nice buzz. 200 milligram dose is a very moderate dose. This isn't going to send you through the roof. It's a nice pick-me-up, but caffeine has been shown to also boost metabolic rate. It's been shown to reduce hunger to some degree, and it's been, as green tea it does as well, in addition to boosting metabolic rate. But caffeine also actually attaches to the fat cells. And by attaching to the fat cells, what happens is, I'll keep this kind of simple, it helps more of the fat and the fat cells to be released and less fat to be stored. And that can help you burn more fat, especially if you're having more fat released from the fat cells thanks to caffeine, and then you have carnitine helping more of that fat to get to where it needs to be burned. That is a very nice synergy right there, and why Shred JYM is so effective helping people burn fat. Let's continue real quick. Cayenne Pepper fruit extract, but this is the Capsimax. Very important. Well, it's Capsimax. 50 milligrams, which most people would say, well, that's not a lot. I've seen other products that have far more. Yes, but they're not Capsimax. What Capsimax, now if you know anything about hot peppers, cayenne pepper, chili peppers, they're rated on what's called the Scoville heat unit scale. And the more those Scoville heat units, the hotter it is. You've seen things like ghost pepper, which are like crazy millions of Scoville heat units. The hotter it is, the more capsaicin it contains. And that capsaicin is what is the key ingredient in hot peppers that helps with fat burning. And it helps by boosting metabolic rate. It's also been shown to reduce hunger. So it can help you eat less, burn more. Voila, you're losing more fat. Capsimask, the 50 milligrams is rated at 300,000 Scoville heat units. That's a lot. You look at any of the fat burner, there's somewhere in the 40,000, you might find 80,000. 300,000 Scoville units at 50 milligrams providing 300,000. That's really what you want to focus on, that 300,000. And the Capsimask is encapsulated. So those of you who don't like the hot pepper, it's too much, you can't handle it in the mouth. Capsimask is encapsulated so that it goes through your digestive tract without having any of the burning sensation, any of the negative effects you can get from hot pepper for those who can't handle it, but still provides you those fat burning benefits. And then we follow with synephrine. Synephrine, 20 milligrams, but this synephrine is Advantra Z, which is we know it's a standardized amount of synephrine. Now, synephrine comes from a plant called Citrus aurantium. Synephrine is one of the key ingredients that provide fat burning effect, can help boost metabolic rate and help, like caffeine does, but through a different mechanism, to help more fat release from the fat cells. So you're getting an additive effect from the caffeine in the synephrine. The problem with Citrus aurantium is typically it's not standardized for synephrine, so you don't know how much you're getting of the critical ingredient that's going to help with the fat loss. With Advantra Z at 20 milligram dose, it's, like I said, standardized, so we know we're getting a full 20 milligrams of synephrine, which is going to help burn fat through, like I said, both those mechanisms. When you combine all these ingredients together, you're getting more fat released from your fat cells. That's the critical thing, right? You're storing body fat. Well, you got to release it from those fat cells to burn it. So Shred JYM is helping to release more of that fat. Okay? Then it's increasing your metabolic rate. So now you need to burn more calories. Okay? Well, you have that freed up fat now. Well, that freed up fat has to get into the mitochondria. Well, that's where your acetyl L-Carnitine comes in. That carnitine helps to allow more of the fat to get where it needs to be burned. And those three steps, that synergy of all those ingredients working together, is why Shred JYM works so well. Read the comments, read the reviews, comments on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. People absolutely love Shred JYM. Give it a try yourself.